Hi, I'm Construction Gamer, and this is Mining and Construction on Farming Simulator 19. This is going to be the first episode in a little mini-series that I'm planning to do, in which I show you how to do some of the tasks and what some of the different aspects of the mining construction economy map are. And one of the first aspects, we're starting at the very beginning. This is probably the easiest way to make money at the very start, and it's the most basic of elements, is to dig up some stone and see what we can do with the stone and what is produced from it. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump in this excavator here. Now I'm calling this my kind of proper playthrough, so I'm not using any money cheats or anything. So the equipment that I'm going to purchase as the game progresses, I'm going to have to pay for out my own money. That's not close enough. Just yeah, one of the things with being on top of the mound is that the tracks are in the ground. This is the Hitachi mod. This is actually available on the official Mod Hub, Farming Simulator Mod Hub website. There will be a link to this and all the other mods in my blog, and obviously there's a link to that in the description below. So any of these mods you will see me use today, like this Hitachi excavator, there will be a link to that on my blog. So yeah, what we're doing is we are down in, where are we? We are up here in this mine here. If we take a look at the parcels of land, we're in this section here, which is the top left hand side of the map. This section highlighted in green is kind of one of the main processing plants that you will need. Now in the original FS19 map, obviously you didn't have to buy parcels of land, so everything was unlocked. And I have actually used, saying I'm going to play it properly, I have actually used the money cheat just a little bit to unlock parcels of land, because they will be essential as you progress through the game. Like this one here, I think was almost £2 million to purchase. So I thought, yeah, I don't mind paying and buying the equipment, but I think some of the parcels of land, you've got a big quarry here, you've got the river sand quarry, which is essential later on for making asphalt and stuff like that. So I have used the money sheet to buy those, but as soon as I had enough money to buy those, I had actually stopped kind of using, I used the government subsidy cheat rather than the money cheat, just to get that money in for the land. But all of the equipment that I'm using, I'm either leasing, I think I'm leasing the excavator, or I've already earned enough money to buy them outright, or I've used bits of loan as well. I use some of the loan to pay for the parcels of land that you need for this game. So we're in one of the starting quarries, I guess you'd call it. It's one of the less expensive. Depends how you want to play the game. If you want to play it like that, where you actually buy the parcels of land separately, then you're quite welcome to do that. This is probably the cheapest parcel of land to buy and is the simplest to get set up. You don't really need anything. I have played this a little bit ahead, so I already have access to different things. I won't use course play. I've got a course set up, but this is the JCB 722, so I've upgraded to this. I've purchased this myself. So we've got a load of stone. We've got 18,500 litres, or 18.5 cubic metres of stone in the back of this, and we're just going to drive it up towards the processing plant, if we go the right way, that is. And then I'm going to show you where to tip this. Like I said, I have got courses set up with course play, just to make things a bit more straightforward, and so I'm not having to drive loops round and round up from the quarry to the processing plant, because I can be doing other things which I will explain as we go on. So we are approaching the processing plant now, top left hand corner, and we are just going to drive this load of stone up to one of the tipping points where we can offload this stone, and it gets turned into other products which then we can sell on. Unfortunately there's no mirrors on this, and I'm not very good at reversing with mirrors anyway, so we will back this up to here, and then where it says stone we will tip the stone excuse me, into this processing plant. And what I will do while he's what have I got? I've got stone to mine, and this is just a looped course which goes back round. Unfortunately, I do have to reverse and tip it manually because I haven't got the tipping mechanism to work, but never mind. So back down in the quarry here, I've got my excavator, I've got this huge mound of stone which we've just loaded into the dumper. It doesn't matter, you can use a loader on this, so if you can't afford an excavator you can come in here with a little loader and load that. It doesn't matter what you use, it all does pretty much the same job. And this is all just stone around here which I've been slowly excavating. You can see I've done quite a lot. So we've got that stone, doesn't matter how you load it. You could use, for instance, if you want to keep things cheap, you could use a little tractor and a trailer. If we go into trailers, tippers, trailers, I have subscribed to the Grass BJ 140. I think this looks the most kind of robust trailer, which possibly might carry stone and things like that, because all the other trailers within the game, you know, they're pretty much designed for grain and things like that. So that's in the mod hub, that's available on the official mod hub. That looks quite sturdy and robust. I've also got this Schmitz Kipper as well, which I'm using, and I'll show you briefly. There's a link to that in the blog. I don't think I've linked to this tipper though, but I'm not using it, so we will ignore it for now. He's back where he wants to be. I will stop him for now, and then I will show you the next part of the process. So we've put the stone in this big machine here, which is basically like a grader. So the stone's going in there. You can see we've got 18,000 litres of stone poured into there. It goes into there, comes along here, and then gets graded and sorted. So in this pile, which is a sandy colour, is sand, and we have 54,000 litres of sand, so we're not doing too bad. And this pile here is gravel, 64,000 litres of that. If we go around to this little machine, bottom right hand corner, it shows you what our inputs and outputs are. So we've got gravel, sand, and we've also have stone powder. So they are the three products produced by this machine. Stone powder goes actually in this tank here. Yeah, and you can see you've got 19,000 litres of this. This is pretty much a waste product, but it does have a use. So we've got our Schmitz trailer there, we've got our loader, and basically the process I have is got an excavator down in the quarry, load that loader up, or load the dumper up rather, and then I use this wheeled loader to load up the trailer with the sand, which then gets taken down to the quarry. So yeah, just got this little bit of a ramp here because it can be quite tricky. With this bucket that I have attached, it is a mod, again available on the official mod hub site. It's just a bit more realistic because it's got the teeth there, so it looks like a proper construction bucket rather than the other ones which are designed for them moving around of grain and stuff. And this has a capacity of 6,000 litres as well, so it's got a bit of a bigger capacity than your standard vanilla bucket. Looks a bit more proper for the job that it's designed for, which is moving gravel and muck and stuff around. So yeah, what I'm going to do is get this loaded into here like so, and then get this trailer filled up. It's got a capacity of 50,000 litres, so it takes a bit of filling up, and then we will head back over and I will show you where you sell the sand and gravel as well, and I will show you after that what you do with the stone powder. So I'll get this filled up, do a bit of a time lapse to speed things up, and then show you where to sell the sand. Okie dokie, so that is the sand. We've almost emptied that out. You've already got, have we? Why isn't that updated? Maybe we need to speed the game along a little bit. That hasn't updated. Obviously, that pile is almost empty. What's going on here? It's flashing. Don't know why it's flashing. Yeah, maybe the just need to speed the game up. Oh, there we are. It's updated itself now. Got 70,000 litres of gravel. Slow the game back down to 5. It does take time for the processing to happen, so I think I'll just play it at 5. Keep that going. So what was I saying? I've got this trailer filled up now. Got this truck. I have got a course laid in for this as well, but I will get the map up and I will drive there. Again, time lapse, save time, get this truck to the sell point, or one of the sell points, and get this sand sold so I can show you the way to that sell point. So we'll get there, time lapse again, and then drive to the sell point. We're coming up to the sell point now. We're driving past the docks. I'm pretty certain you can sell pretty much anything such as sand and gravel at the docks themselves. So we've driven past that. I'm pretty sure, like I said, there was a sell point there, but I just prefer to sell it at the building site. I don't know why. Just makes it a bit more realistic, I guess. So we're coming up to the building site. If you've played the mining construction economy map on Farming Simulator 17, then this will be all familiar to you. I think he's used pretty much the same construction site. So you can see here we've got two piles. We have gravel and sand. So we obviously, this is sand, and we're going to tip it into this pile here. I've kept the markers on for now because I'm still getting familiarised with all the different selling points. Try and straighten up a little bit. I'm not very good at reversing in cab, not much better out the cab either, so I've got to tip that there. I'm not sure what the price of sand at the minute is, but we've got 50,000 litres in here, and I don't think the price is, considering it's pretty basic start, that it is a pretty good price, a few thousand for that as we tip it out of there like so. So what we're going to get, £37,000 for a load of sand, which I don't think is actually too bad. So if we go, we got mine to construction site, load that of course up, next closest, and we will just get him underway back to the quarry or to the processing plant. The way I went, there is a quicker way, I went the long way for some reason, just forgot the route, so there is a different way. Now going back to the quarry, I'm going to jump in the JCB loader, or dumper, keep calling it a loader, get the lights on. It's good to see the lights work, and the lights work in the dash as well. Well, they're on all the time, but yeah, pretty happy with that. As long as the lights work, then it's not too bad. I think most of these mods have been ported across from FS19, so you will find sometimes not all the functions work. Now the reason I'm doing this, I just want to go back while the tipper is driving back to the processing site. I'm just going to show you what to do with the stone powder, which is a byproduct of this process of producing the sand and gravel, and it is also an essential element of asphalt as well, which we will look at possibly in the next episode if I get that far. Just need to look how to produce and transport tar. So we've got the stone powder, which is in here. Again, I can't reverse, I haven't got any mirrors anyway. Get this under here, and then it's just like any other trigger point, if that you're familiar with. So you press R on the keyboard, Not sure what the actual buttons are with the Xbox controller that I'm using, so we'll get a bit of that. It does take quite a while to load all this up, so I think what I'll do is we'll just get a little bit just for the purposes of this demonstration. Got some in there, and then take this over to here. I think you can probably sell it at the dock and get rid of it somehow, but it is an important part of asphalt, so you take it over to here. This is where the asphalt is made, or will be made eventually, and in here you can see this is where the stone powder goes, so it is pretty useful to have. I've already got some in there because I've just been getting rid of whatever's in that silo, and like, yeah, you just tip it in there. Well, that's all of it gone, and then that will eventually get used for the production of asphalt. So they are the three kind of products that come out of that facility. So you've got your sand, your gravel, your sand and your gravel, you sell at your construction site or down at the docks, and the stone powder, you can either get rid of that or you use it to make asphalt, which you would probably want to do because it is quite valuable. It is involved, it takes many different aspects. You've got tar, you've got rubber, stone powder, river sand as well, so it is quite involved, and it will involve moving some of this machinery around the map to get the different things, but at the same time it is quite a valuable product. So that's the basics basically. That's getting stone, which is probably the most simple produce or product or process rather in the game, or in the mining construction economy map. But as you can see, you can make a decent amount of money just by doing sand and gravel, and you can keep doing that until you've got a bit in the bank and start to upgrade your machines and do other things. So I hope you found that interesting or useful. If you have, please do hit that like button. If you've got any comments or questions, in the comments below, and I'll try and get around to those as and when I can. In the next episode, I think I'll try and do asphalt. It just depends if I've got enough machinery, because like I said, I want to do this properly with buying the machinery and different things like that. So I'm not using any cheats in this particular playthrough, so I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm going to say until next time, bye bye.